As Joe mentioned, this is a pulp culture podcast. And what I love most is that we are all so freaking different. And I love the fact that we have such different backgrounds. We're all different ages. We're different sexes. Like I don't ever think that people would put us three together. And I love that we're able to be honest and open, but also connect and show each other's different perspectives on things, which leads me to believe that when it all comes to moments in pop culture that have affected our own lives, we are all going to have vastly different answers. So let's talk about this for 1 second. Like, I feel like I am curious to know from you guys, what is your favorite pop culture moment that has affected you? Whether it's been like negative or a positive effect, what's one thing that you will never forget? I know I have mine, but I definitely want to hear you guys because it's essentially brought us all together.
Yeah. Okay. For me, did you guys ever watch Anthony Bourdain?
Oh yeah.
So that was mine. So if you don't know Anthony Bourdain, it was he was an old I think retired chef, and he was a food writer, and he traveled the world and ate food at all these different restaurants, but it was like a food/travel show. And I started watching that when I lost my job and I was 24, and it like opened me up to like, I never really wanted to travel. So it like opened me up to wanting that, and it motivated me at a time I needed to be motivated. So his show was probably the biggest influence in my life at the time, especially in pop culture.
I need to go back and watch it.
It was great. I mean, it's a great. I still watch old ones.
I mean, and I feel like he just died recently,
which is sad. But
at the same time, I feel like so many people had spoke about that, and they have like he affected more than I even realized.
Yeah, I mean, he changed,
impacted more people's life than I realized.
Yeah, I mean, he made celebrities. I mean, not celebrities. I'm sorry. He made chefs basically celebrities. He showcased all these different restaurants, different cultures that like. For me, like I was so like even like Japan, right? I just never even took the time to learn about it, and it just like really opened me up to wanting to. And yeah,
it changed the whole image of like the food industry too, like showing that. And
yeah, and he was also his own reality show because he was himself,
right?
And you saw that. Like, I would watch it and be like, this guy, I can relate to this guy. He's cool. Like, I could have a conversation with him. Like, I know, like, if I see him in public, he's still going to be him. And I love that. So he was like an open book.
I love that. Hannah, what about you?
Mine is definitely watching The Hills. So that was like one of like the first reality TV shows out. And I was like way younger. I was like late elementary school, and I wasn't really allowed to watch it, but I would like sneak into like my mom's room when she was like in the kitchen cooking and like turn it on. And I was just like so amused by like how they like struggle with like the same dramas that I would like have in school, you know, like drama with each other, but they would live like such a glamorous life. And like even like them living in California, like you're able to like, at the time I was like able to like see a different way of life and see someone that lived completely differently than I did. I don't know. It was just fascinating, from like the clothes to the restaurants to the scenery. I'm like, wow, like people, like this is someone's real life, but you know what I mean? I mean, it's reality TV, but just seeing like a different way of life was just
And now it's a little different now that you've like kind of been in like their shoes in a way. I'm sure.
Very, very, very different. But that, I just remember that. What was yours?
Okay, so like growing up, if I think about like what like really was like a big deal for me growing up, it was absolutely 100% Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera. And I remember VH1 in the morning when they would have like the music videos and like get ready with them. And I think Britney Spears like on top of her game. And then she came out with like Slave for You music video.
I remember that. I was like, oh, she is so hot.
Okay, listen. It's to this day, I still watch it because it was so iconic. And it was just like, and Christina Aguilera's like dirty music video. It's not that I'm like crazy scandalous, but it's more of like these girls that, you know, have a picture perfect lifestyle. Like they're like on top of the world, like are, I don't know. They're kind of like also
Powerful.
Yeah.
Yes, well, but I'm looking for a word. I don't know why I can't come out with it right now. But they're what is that word? Like they're
Confident,
they're rebels, but they're rebels, but like they're like coming out. I don't know, whatever. Anyway, I'm like but I'm a very sheltered girl. Like I went to a private school my whole life, wore uniforms my whole life. I didn't wear anything like crazy scandalous. I was always grounded, okay? But then watching these music videos, these girls like just like
being
completely
proud.
being something different is something that made me want to be like different and like reach out and like, oh God, you don't understand. I tried to learn all those dance moves in my room.
Do you know them? Do you know some of them?
yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Show us some moves, Tay.
Oh my God, stop. I need a snake, first of all. But like, yeah, Christina Aguilera, Dirty Music video. I mean, you guys, like those things were things I rewatched 1,000,001 times and like they just shaped everything. You know what I mean? From Mickey Mouse Club to Slave for You and Dirty, like, come on. Badass bitches. And that's what I want to be like. Yeah.